Hey everyone, welcome back to Pragmatic Works YouTube channel. My name is Amelia Roberts, and today in this video, we are going to be talking about the update that we have seen in Copilot Chat and Copilot Studio, and that is the introduction of GPT-5. Let's back up just a little bit in case you are unsure about how AI works and exactly what this means. Generative AI runs on something called a large language model. This is like a super fast assistant that reads and writes really well. It answers very simple questions quickly, and it can help with tasks like writing emails, summarizing notes, or translating text even. We also have something called deep reasoning models. This is like a thoughtful expert that takes time to understand complex problems. They plan steps very carefully, and they're able to solve harder tasks like analyzing data, making decisions, or even explaining tricky ideas. GPT-4 models mostly ran on large language models alone. Now with the introduction of GPT-5, our models are running on large language models and deep reasoning models. How does this compare to GPT-4 exactly though? The best way to go about talking about this is to see it in action. Here we are in Copilot Chat, and you can see up in the top right-hand corner, it says try GPT-5. That means we are still in GPT-4 until I click that button. So I am going to put a prompt in here in GPT-4, and then we're going to take the exact same prompt and put it in GPT-5 and see what happens. The prompt I'm going to use is design a 3-day professional development workshop for K-12 educators focused on integrating AI tools into classroom instruction. Include daily themes, session topics, guest speakers, and hands-on activities. Ensure each day builds on the previous one to deepen understanding and application. Now, this is a great prompt. I am the Copilot queen. If you are looking to make even better prompts that make sense and give you the results you want, I have a couple other videos here on our YouTube channel that you can check out. But this has all of our main ingredients of a good prompt. Let's put it through and see what happens. Now remember, we're in GPT-4 here. So it's using basic large language models at this point. And here it is. Workshop, it gave me a title, day 1 with all sessions, day 2, all sessions, day 3, sessions, and it also gave me some additional supports. This could be something great to work off of. It's a great basic outline. I am completely fine with this answer, but maybe you're just looking for something a little bit deeper, something with a little more analysis and a little more thought behind it. So let's switch over to GPT-5 and see what happens. I'm just going to click my GPT-5 button. You can see up in the right-hand corner, it says GPT-5 is on, and I am going to put this exact same prompt in. The first thing you're going to notice is it's going to take longer to get an answer, especially with a detailed prompt like this. It's really analyzing every bit of my prompt to give me the best response that it can. So now it is starting to work its way through, designing the workshop plan, structuring the workshop content, finalizing the workshop plan, completing the workshop details, and here we go, giving me a workshop title, just like the other one, an audience, format and duration, big outcomes. We did not get this at all in our previous response. Pre-work. So this is great, telling me what I need to prepare in advance before the workshop even begins. It's giving me less to guess about after reading the outline and telling me this is what you need to do beforehand to ensure success. So it's even telling me a week before day 1. Now it's giving me day 1, learning objectives, an agenda that is broken down by the hour. Day 2, same thing, providing me an essential question and telling me the products that I need to use along with my learning objectives and a breakdown by hour. Day 3, same thing, another essential question, products to use, learning objectives. This looks fantastic. Guest speakers, how amazing is this? Roles and sourcing tips. And it's giving me 5 ideas of guest speakers that I could include in my presentation. Hands-on artifact checklist, materials, and setup. Oh, we love to come prepared, and we like to make sure. I know personally, before I go on something like vacation, I need a checklist to make sure I bring everything that I need. differentiation and accessibility, facilitation tips, evaluation and credit, optional add-ons, and it's asking me, want me to package this for you, Amelia? I can generate a slide deck, participant workbook, templates, giving me even less work to do. We love when Copilot does this for us, and they can tailor it to a specific grade level or my specific subject. So if you know anything about me, I used to be a high school math teacher, so I could say, hey, target this towards high school math. This is amazing as is. And then I can build on it even more to do even more here with GPT-5. Now, for all of my builders and developers out there creating customized agents in Copilot Studio, we have a variety of models that we can now use within the tool. And GPT-5 has been introduced in Copilot Studio, and there are actually two options that we can choose. Now that we can access GPT-5 right here in Copilot Studio, it's easier than ever. Let's head into Copilot Studio. I'm going to show you where you can turn these features on and change the settings a little bit. Once again, it is completely up to you if you want to use these for your specific agents. Here I am in Copilot Studio, and the agent I'm currently looking at is one that I have called Professor Partner. Pretty much what it does is it is designed to help professors with instructional planning, content creation, and different things that they may need in their university classrooms. So let's go check out where I can change these settings. There are two options. Now you have your settings button up here in the right-hand corner. You can always go in there and change it. But if you look here right at the top, we have our response model GPT-4 default. If you go over to the ellipses on the right-hand side and click this, you can hit edit. And then it will take you exactly to that spot in the settings. You don't have to go in here and look around for it too much. So here we are in the generative AI settings, the very first one. I always suggest having yes, responses will be dynamic on at the top first and foremost. But if you go too down from that, you are going to see your agent's model. So right now we're in GPT-4 default. If I drop this down, you can see your other options here. So we have auto and we have reasoning. We can select either of these. It even gives you a brief description underneath it in case you're like, wait, which one should I do? It'll automatically switch between chat and reasoning. And then reasoning down here is maximum depth and accuracy for the most demanding tasks. All you have to do is select which one you prefer and hit save. I do feel like the auto one is best for what I'm currently working with. There isn't a lot of data that it needs to analyze within this particular agent, but if I am connected to more structured data, that deep reasoning model is going to make a difference. So think if your knowledge sources are SharePoint lists, Dataverse, or even Excel files. That deep reasoning model could make a difference in how accurate your responses are. If you're working with more unstructured data, those large language models are very beneficial to you. Let's go ahead and go back and let's see this in action maybe. This current agent is made for a calculus professor, so it is going to be mostly based on calculus, the class. It's going to have the syllabus in there, the textbook. It's going to have example lesson plans for it to understand and build off of the template. So let's see if we can get some kind of lesson plan template for teaching a calculus concept. So I'm going to say create a lesson plan for section 1.1 through 1.3. This is the very beginning of the textbook. Let's see what it comes up with for us. Here comes our response, and it is going. Oh, and it is breaking down actually every single section of this here with learning objectives. In the syllabus, these are all combined into one day, but I do love that it's breaking it down so it makes sure every single part of this process is taken into consideration. So it's even telling me the class length. It's asking for more details actually, which is fantastic because I didn't give it much other than that. Now, when I originally created this agent, it was in GPT-4 and it didn't ask any of this. It only gave me, here's an overview of the section. Here's what you can talk about. Here's some vocabulary. This is so nice that it's asking for this. Even asking for the class size here and any assessments that I also want to introduce alongside. So it's giving me overview and pacing, the different sessions for each section. Accessibility and accommodations is great for the education world. Instructor prep checklist. And then if I want to share course and tech spec details, it will immediately let me know exactly what is happening. That is great. I absolutely love what it came up with. It is more detailed than what I had originally developed in this agent. I highly encourage you to try switching to a different model in some of your agents. See if you're going to get more accurate results. Let me know in the comments, which model are you preferring? Do you prefer that original GPT-4? Is it getting you the results you want? Have you tried the deep reasoning one? Are you more in line with the auto GPT-5? If you are interested in learning more about Copilot or Copilot Studio, we have a variety of different videos here on our YouTube channel that you can check out. We also, on our on-demand learning platform here at Pragmatic Works, have a variety of different Copilot classes. And not only are we touching on Copilot Chat and Copilot Studio, but we're talking about Copilot and all of the Microsoft tools. I hope to see you over there soon. I will see you in the next video.